What a great season kickoff at the 2025 Dick's Sporting Goods USHL Fall Classic this past weekend in Pittsburgh. It was a blast meeting all 16 teams across the league and watching some of the brightest stars that the USHL has to offer. So let's take a look around the league and talk about the teams that left Pittsburgh undefeated. 5 different teams went 2-0, and I have a feeling that they might remain undefeated for quite some time. The Dubuque Fighting Saints, Fargo Force, Youngstown Phantoms, Chicago Steel, and the defending Clark Cup champion Muskegon Lumberjacks all left Pittsburgh on a high. But from my perspective, I'm not quite sure there's a more electric team right now than those Fighting Saints in Dubuque. Dubuque outscored their opponents by a whopping 15-4 on the weekend. They dominated the Sioux City Musketeers by the score of 10-2 in the first game of the season for the USHL, and they followed that up with a big 5-2 win over the Waterloo Blackhawks. Teddy Merrill, the Colgate University commit and the captain for the Fighting Saints, led the way with 3 goals in 2 games, and he had what is arguably the goal of the season already in the first game.
Into the zone and trying to work a loose puck free. He does. He has Merrill cutting to the front all alone. Merrill to the backhand. He scores! What a goal by Teddy Merrill! Forehand went to the backhand with one hand on the stick and just tucked it past the right skate of Baronis. Teddy Merrill, the captain, on the board.
The Fargo Force looked like they were on their way to split the weekend. They had a huge 1-0 overtime win in their first game against the NTDP, thanks to a walk-off goal by Zach Zimmerman off of a beautiful pass by Garrett Lindbergh. But in game 2, it was Graham Jones who led the way of a 3-goal comeback against the Madison Capitals. They were down 3-0 in the first 10 minutes of that game, but Graham Jones put the team on his back. The Boston College commit had 2 goals and an assist in the team's second game to help them secure the victory and leave Pittsburgh with a 2-0 record.
Top of the right circle, McNamara into the bumper, over to Lindbergh. One-timer, he scores. Jones back to Lofgren, top of the left circle, across St. Pierre. One-timer, he scored.
The Chicago Steel got off and running thanks to a big 4-goal third period in their first game of the Scott Gomez era. The former NHL stud is now behind the bench in the USHL, and he is off to quite the hot start as the bench boss for the Steel. They beat the Stampede by the score of 5-1 thanks to a James Scantlebury, Boston University commit, and 16-year-old tender with his first goal, and he had a great celly to go with that first goal to help lead his team to victory. They followed that performance up with a 4-1 win over the Omaha Lancers thanks to a hat trick from Luke Gockler, the Merrimack College commit, who currently leads the league in points with 5 in just 2 games.
Just missed the net on the power play, and now on the entry, great work. Scantlebury deflected in. Luke Gockler, speaking of the devil. Omaha sandwich there on the retrieval. Crowder out front. Scantlebury, great feed to Gockler. Score! Luke Gockler. And he wants to get around McMahon. He does. Gockler still hasn't shot. Gockler, score!
The Youngstown Phantoms were able to sneak away as the 4th undefeated team thanks to a 28-save shutout by Tobias Trabel, which was his first USHL start. The UMass commit helped secure a 5-0 victory and didn't look nervous at all in his first game in the league. The Phantoms would follow that up by letting a 2-goal lead slip against the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders before finding a way to tie it up in the third period on a goal by Sean Miller. Then Matty Bukowski and Ryan Rasinski won a perfect 2-for-2, while Vladimir Nikitin shut the door in the shootout. The Ottawa Senators prospect was an absolute stud, stopping both shots that he faced and had a game-winning poke check to squeeze out the win for Youngstown to maintain their 2-0 record.
A little bit. Rasinski, right dot, cuts to the middle, eyeing the cage, he scores!
Last but not least, let's talk about the defending Clark Cup champions. They started off things in a thrilling rematch of the Clark Cup final with the Waterloo Blackhawks. Carter Sanderson, the North Dakota commit and Pittsburgh Penguins prospect, who is playing in front of all of Pittsburgh's management, and Sidney Crosby and Christopher Letang were also in the building taking in some USHL action. He led the way with 2 goals and a goal in the shootout, which took 12 rounds. It was a marathon of a shootout, but the Muskegon Lumberjacks got the job done. And in their second game, it was just as thrilling as the first game, except this time they wouldn't need a shootout. Melvin Novotny, the UMass commit and Buffalo Sabres prospect, would take matters into his own hands with a beauty in overtime to keep their perfect season alive.
Carries in the near side, protects on his forehand, and curls back up the wall. Leaves off for Novotny, cuts towards the net. Melvin Novotny fires and scores! His second of the game sends the Lumberjacks back to Muskegon. with 4 points and a 2-0 record here at the Fall Classic.
Now let's get into our 3 stars of the week. We'll start with the forward of the week, which was Melvin Ekman of the Dubuque Fighting Saints. The Colorado College commit is now tied for the league lead in scoring at the Dick's Sporting Goods USHL Fall Classic. He led the way with 5 points on 3 goals and 2 assists. The Stockholm, Sweden native paired his points with 9 shots and a +5 rating. He notched the game-winning goal as well as a primary and secondary assist in Dubuque's 10-2 season-opening win against Sioux City, and he tallied a pair of goals for the Fighting Saints in their 5-2 win against the Blackhawks, including a beauty of a shorthanded goal.
Away and sticked up toward the neutral zone by Crudell. He has Ekman into the offensive zone. Ekman right side, shorthanded, he scores! Melvin Ekman under the glove, he rips it home, and the Saints have a 4-1 lead.
Now let's talk about the guy in the blue line, our defenseman of the week, Danny Clares of the Muskegon Lumberjacks. The Notre Dame commit led all USHL defensemen with 3 points, recording points in both games, and finished with a +2 rating in both of Muskegon's wins. He assisted on Muskegon's first goal of the game and game-tying goal with less than 2 minutes remaining in regulation in the Lumberjacks' 4-3 shootout win, and he recorded the primary assist on Melvin Novotny's overtime winner in a 3-2 win against the Sioux City Musketeers.
Danny. Near side, Blanchard holds back up top to Clares, far side, Novotny one-timer, big save, rebound loose, they score! It's Chuck Blanchard and Carter Sanderson causing a havoc in the blue paint, and the Lumberjacks, they tie the game up at 3 apiece.
Let's shift gears and talk about the man in the blue paint, AJ White of the Fargo Force, the St. Thomas commit. He posted a 28-save shutout in Fargo's 1-0 win against the USA NTDP U18 team. He was an absolute stud in that entire 65 minutes, and he helped the Force through a first period where they were outshot 12-3 and made stops to help the team go 2 for 2 on the penalty kill. He was unbelievable in that 1-0 incredible win for the Fargo Force. Now let's talk about some recent commitments in the USHL. We'll highlight 3 different players across the league. We'll start with Rylan Rooney of the Des Moines Buccaneers, who committed to the University of Wisconsin. Evan Jardine of the Youngstown Phantoms committed to the Ohio State University. And Caleb Pitsley of the Madison Capitals committed to Augustana. Congrats to all 3 players. Very excited to see their trajectory throughout the season. With that, let's kick it over to our interview with Mark Carlson, the head coach of the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders.
All right, so you've been around a long time, and you're on the precipice of something that so many people have been a part of. When you think about the USHL, how much has it grown from when you first were behind the bench to where you are right now?
Well, I mean, for me, it's always been a tremendous league, and it's gotten better year by year. And we talk an awful lot about how good it is, today, and sometimes I, respectfully like to say that it's been good for a long time. When you look at various teams from way back when, from all the different franchises, I mean, there's just been a lot of great teams and a lot of impactful players and depth and great ownership and leadership and everything else for a long time, and it's just really special to be a part of.
What can you say about the loyalty in this league? Because events like the Fall Classic are an opportunity where you see a lot of faces that either came through this league or continue to work in this league and come back year after year after year.
Yeah, well, one of the fun things about this event here, the Fall Classic, is you come here and you get to, see all the, the NHL people, the college people, the people within the league, the people, from our front office and ownership and executives, and so it's always a very, very special event, and it's always great to see everybody.
Yeah. Last night you get a win, and now if you win one more, you can tie the all-time wins record for regular season in the USHL. When you think about that, what goes through your mind?
Well, I mean, really, for me, I love the league. We're focused on what's going on here today and working with our guys, and we really like our group that we have right now, and really just focus on helping them get better every single day.
Do you ever reflect? Do you ever think back? Or are you always thinking forward?
Well, we're thinking in the present. We try to think in the present, and but again, just a tremendous league, and love everything about it, and just focus on our guys and trying to get better here day by day at this point.
Well, I know it's going to be impossible to get you to talk about yourself, but can I at least get you to talk about the people that influenced you to get you to this point?
Well, I've just been very fortunate. Everybody that I've worked with along in Cedar Rapids, I mean, all the players, all the support staff, have had tremendous ownership. I mean, recently Mr. and Mrs. Cedar, I say recently, and family for 16 years now, and you talk about family, that's what we are, and that's really what makes it so special being involved in this thing.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Great to catch up with Coach Carlson this past weekend in Pittsburgh. And now let's kick it over to one of the standout players of the league and forward for the Fargo Force, Graham Jones.
Who's got the weirdest pregame ritual on the Force?
Oh, that's a tough one. I think that's hard to answer because we haven't had many games
Well, in
yet.
practice. Some guys do weird stuff at practice.
Yeah, I'm gonna say one of the goalies.
Okay.
I'll say Lendo. He does some weird stuff.
Okay.
Locks in. Pretty crazy during the games, but yeah.
Which guy watches their own highlights the most? Is it still too early for that too?
Oh, actually no. I'd say Zach Zimmerman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it at least like worthy? Is he worthy of it? Are they nice goals?
Yeah. He's got some highlights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What would be your Mount Rushmore of USHL players?
All time.
You can do current or all time, whichever way you want to go.
I'll do all time. I'm gonna say Celebrini. Who else would be there? Celebrini. Max Swanson, Fargo player.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm blanking. Fantilli.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll do another one. Lizotte,
Yeah.
Fargo player. He was really good.
Blake Lizotte?
Yeah, Blake Lizotte.
Wow, that's a good pull.
Yeah.
Which guy on the team is most likely to go viral on TikTok?
Oh, Luke McNamara.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff does he do?
He's beauty. You know, he's
funny guy.
Yeah, he's for the boys. Yeah.
We should get him in here after them. We should get McNamara in here.
You'll see him. Yeah.
Yeah, let's get him in here after. Which artist has played the most in the locker room right now?
To be honest, probably Shabuzi.
Shabuzi.
Crazy. Yeah,
Does he
crazy.
have more than one song?
Yes.
He does?
Album, I will verify.
Really?
Album is good.
I thought he's only pouring in another shot of whiskey. Really?
Yeah, Shabuzi's pretty popular right now. Yeah.
That's a random one. Favorite uniform in the league besides your own?
I like Des Moines. I was saying that today. I like them. Yeah, I like theirs.
Those are pretty sick.
Yeah.
If you had to pick one guy who would crush it in karaoke in front of a sold-out arena, who would it be?
Bowden Semper.
Okay, what do you think he'd sing? Shabuzi?
Not Shabuzi, no.
Okay.
He'd do a classic. I'm gonna say Sweet Caroline or something like that.
That's a good one.
Yeah, we did Rook, like all the rookies singing.
Make him sing on the bus and
yeah,
stuff?
he was going.
He
crazy.
crushed it?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, he did well.
That's a good question to ask. I should ask who crushed it on the bus. And rookies. That's always a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. Favorite road arena to play in and why?
Ooh, I'm gonna say Sioux Falls.
Sick.
Yeah, they got a nice rink, and a lot of people go. So
Awesome.
pretty cool.
Great to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
That's going to do it for our first U show of the 2025-2026 USHL season. It was quite the incredible weekend up in Pittsburgh for the USHL Fall Classic. Let's see what teams can remain undefeated as we enter week 2, and we will talk to you next Monday.